Welcome to Smoke Signals, everyone. I'm Matt Montgomery, along with head football coach Wayne Coleman. Jacksonville on the road last week at Grimm Stadium, or Tiger Field at Grimm Stadium, where they played the Texas High Tigers. Coach, this is a number 7 ranked team in the state of Texas, but you know the final score just wasn't really indicative of how well you guys played. You're down 21-7 at the half, and started to make it interesting when you got the onside kick.
The kids just played their tails off. I'm really proud of them. The score doesn't indicate how well we played, especially on special teams and defense. They've got a great defense. We knew that going in. We knew it was going to be a struggle offensively, and the game kind of, played the way we thought it would play. We needed to take some deep shots, and it was, I'm proud of the kids. Defensively,
the defensive line probably played, I would say, their best game. Stewart, the running back coming into the ball game, I don't think he'd had a game where he had less than 100 yards. He only finished with 80. You bottled him up pretty good. And then toward the end of the game, I think they got a lot of their running yards just when things were kind of unwinding. But that first half, your D-line really played well.
Those kids have been getting better all year, and that's, to be honest, that's the position we have the most depth at on the team. And we knew coming into the season that just when you look out at the practice field and you look at, well, there's the skill kids and there's the line kids, it was the first time we've ever had more line kids than skill kids. And so we knew we had depth on the defensive line. And those kids have just continued to get better all year.
Yeah, offensively, like you said, you took some shots downfield. Some of them worked, some of them didn't. You got some bad calls that didn't go your way. It's just, this district, it's a difficult district to run the ball against, and your team showed that Friday night, but boy, their defense was everything you thought they were going to be.
Super athletic. So they've got some Division I players over there. They run around, they chase the ball really well. But it's kind of interesting that the year of our defensive line being as improved as it is, everybody else is the same way.
Let's take a look at the highlights. Jacksonville versus Texas High. So here's Coda with a little strip sack fumble, and Aiden helps him out.
Yeah, Coda had a big game.
And this is that great catch by Devin, and by the way, there's nobody downfield on this call, so, but what a catch.
Yeah, the linesman got a little confused there. I think he was anticipating someone being downfield, but they weren't.
Now this one did count. This is 47 yards, Ryan to Devin.
Great movement in the pocket by Ryan, and of course Devin is money if you can get the ball to him there.
Here's Darian doing double duty, punching it in.
Darian ran really hard, played a great game defensively, and did a great job pass protection also.
And this is the onside kick I referred to. I mean, you got it right here, played well, bounced off his chest, boom, you're right there.
Yeah, the kids, we've been waiting on that all year. We finally got that ball to drop right there.
Well, Texas High had a hard time blocking DeVarian Boyd right here, and all night, really.
Yeah, he played more plays Friday night than he has all year, and he's really coming on.
Here's a nice pressure by Aiden Gay, and look at this athletic interception here.
I still don't know how Tony made that play. We've watched it from every angle. It's an incredible play by Tony Pinson. So,
Coach, obviously you don't get the win, but still a lot to look at and say, man, our team fought hard.
We've gotten so much better on defense just in the last 3 or 4 games, and that's against a quality opponent. That's not, playing a team with a bad record or somebody that doesn't run the ball. These guys, Texas High wants to run the ball, and we played really well up front. We can't pat ourselves on the back too much. We got to get back to work and get ready for Whitehouse. They want to run the ball, and they've started to, they're feeling good about themselves now.
Yeah, Whitehouse comes to Tomato Bowl Friday night, and as you said, they've made a few tweaks on their offense. They're starting to score more, move the ball a little bit better. Talk about what Whitehouse does offensively.
They've made a change at quarterback. They have a new quarterback in there. He runs the ball really well, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to win the time of possession. They want to keep the ball away from you, and they're still playing sound defense. I think they've only given up 30 points one time this year. So defensively, they're as sound as they've always been.
Talk about how you will attack them defensively. I mean, obviously, they've struggled defensively. I mean, they've won one game this year, but haven't given up a lot of points, as you just said. But what do they do defensively that you're going to try to attack offensively?
Well, they don't give up the big play. They do a really good job of making you grind it out and, make you run 10 or 12 plays trying to score. And so, In running the ball, you're going to have to be patient, be happy with 4 yards, and then in the passing game, they're not going to let the ball get behind them. So we're going to have to be patient in the passing game also.
You know, matchup-wise, and when we talked about the play of the D lines in this district, how does Whitehouse rank as far as their defensive line?
They graduated a bunch of kids off of defense last year. They play really great technique on their defensive line, and they always have. I mean, as long as I can remember, they cross face on down blocks. They just do a great job with their defensive front. They're going to be in the upper half defensive front wise, I would say, in our district. They've made changes on their defensive positions also in the secondary and at linebackers. So they're looking for answers, and they're starting to find some.
Coach, at this point of the year, what do you? Obviously, you want to get the win because, I mean, mathematically, you are not out of the playoff race. I mean, it still could happen. You'd need some help. So going into this ball game right here, the last home game, it's senior night, a lot of distractions. How do you keep your team focused on the ultimate goal, which may or may not happen, but it's still possible?
No, we're just focused on every practice, every day, trying to get better, fix our weaknesses, and it's Whitehouse week, so we don't need any more motivation than that. Them coming at this time of the season is a good time because it's a good rivalry, and we want to play those guys.
Talk about keys to the game to get the win against Whitehouse.
We did a pretty good job of taking care of the ball last week. You know, I mean, the score doesn't indicate that, but we need to do that. Whitehouse has done a really good job of taking care of the football this year. It's going to be hard to win the turnover battle against them. They don't throw it around a lot, so there's less chances for them to make mistakes. We got to keep playing sound defensively and offensively. Can we finish drives? You know, we got in the red zone last week and didn't finish a drive, and we've done that a few times this year. So once we get there this week, we've got to finish.
Coach, I've noticed this football team and going to practice and watching them, and you commented on this yesterday about how these kids just keep coming back. I mean, you know, a lot of times when you get to this point of the season with one win, the wheels start falling off and kids start, you know, drifting in. But this team's kind of holding it together.
They are. These kids have been through the toughest parts. They've really been through the grind. They're not going to quit this close to the end of the season. They're going to keep going. You've got to have a little bit of character in you to still be coming out there every day.
Yeah. Well, it's Jacksonville versus Whitehouse. Kickoff at 7:30. We'll be online at 6:45 on JHS-sports.com. For head coach Wayne Coleman, I'm Matt Montgomery. We'll see you next time right here on Smoke Signals.